Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Camille and today I'm going to be doing the December 2019 reading for the sign of Aquarius. Before I get into the reading, I want to talk a little bit about you guys' astrology. So, the only thing you guys got is not very much, but the only thing you guys got is Venus is coming into your sign December 20th. So, Venus is a planet that rules love and money, but not only just that, it rules like you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your family, what else, like nurturing yourself, nurturing people around you, self-care, self-love. What else? It rules money, so your finances and things to do with that. And also, when Venus comes into your sign, a lot of times you'll be more attractive. Like your appearance will be more attractive to yourself and other people. And you'll be more charming as well. So basically it makes you a more likable, good looking person. Because Venus is like a planet that attracts things. And, you know, pretty much makes everything look, feel, smell, touch, taste, about the senses, you know, better. So I'll elaborate on that a little bit more as we get into the reading, because it's definitely going to show up, because it always does. But as I was meditating on you guys' energy, you guys don't mind this ginormous pimple on my head. I don't know why. I don't know why it's still there, but I guess it still wants to be there. Eventually it'll go away, but you know, it's not trying to let me be great, but I'm gonna be great anyway, because nothing stops this show. Anyway, as I was meditating on you guys' energy, I actually saw somebody taking a bubble bath, so that just ties into what I was saying about Venus and you taking care of yourself. Maybe you're doing a little bit too much for other people right now, and it's kind of time for you to pull back that energy and take care of yourself, because you know, you can't give from an empty cup. I also saw like a crossroads, an actual like road with 4 directions. And so I feel like maybe some of you guys may be at a crossroads in some point of your life, trying to make a decision where you want to go, or being just stuck in limbo about a decision. I also saw somebody putting on some red lipstick. Now, to me, it looked like a female, but it could have been whatever gender person. They were just somebody with some dark hair. They were putting on some lipstick and just basically checking themselves out in the mirror, and then they just get ready to go. So for some of you, I just feel like, yeah, maybe you're just like doing something to spice up your appearance, you know, especially because Venus is coming into your sign. Or I had actually recorded a reading before this reading, but I had to delete it. So in that reading, it was because you were using your looks and your charm to get what you want. So I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with that. I feel like people do it all the time, even though like people don't want to be honest about it, but people do it all the time and it works. So maybe it doesn't work in every situation, but it does work. So if that's what you're doing, more power to you. And then I saw a Rubik's Cube, like, you know, the actual, if you guys know what a Rubik's Cube is, hopefully you do. I mean, I remember it from my childhood, but not everybody does. I don't know who's watching this, so if you don't know what a Rubik's Cube is, then just Google it. But it's basically like this thing where you have to twist it. It's a giant cube with all these different colors, and you have to twist it and match all the colors. But you have to, like, first it comes all together, then it's all distorted, and you have to, like, you know, match the colors together eventually. But to me, it's kind of difficult, but there's some people that can just master that shit. And I just feel like for some of you, I feel like that's how you feel about your life right now. It's just kind of like it was together, then it just got all discombobulated, and you're just like, what the fuck? And you have to like go forward, go backwards, go here, go there, and work on a lot of different things on yourself in order to get things back where you want them to. But it is possible. And some people do it easier than others, but that's okay, because it's like, it's accomplishable. I don't know if that's the word, but it's accomplishable and you can do it. So yeah. And I also saw an image of a forest for some of you guys. And I really do not know what that meant. It was just like cooler and it looked like a forest. And all I can think of is maybe some of you guys need to disconnect from all of the stuff that we have going on, all the technology and all of the everyday life, and just kind of go into nature and enjoy and look at how nature operates, because we can learn a lot from nature. But enjoy nature and what it has to offer, the peace, the serenity, the beauty, the everything. And so maybe some of you, because it's the holiday time, it's a tradition for your family to go where there is a forest, like you know, maybe you guys have like I don't know why I can't think of the word right now, but like a camping house or something like that, like a house where there's a forest, or that's something that you do, or that's something that you guys are thinking about as a family, or maybe you and your friends or whatever. But it's a good idea, because I think that you guys need to maybe detach for a little bit, and that's also a part of loving yourself. Like, your mental health is very important, because even you can do things like to nurture yourself on the outside, but you also need to clear your mind. Like, you know, it's important to take care of your everything, and your mind is one of those things too. So maybe going out to the forest will really help you detox and clear your mind. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into this reading. So I do feel like I don't know if I told you guys this already. I've already pulled the cards and meditated on your energy. I don't usually like to pick them up and show them. I will occasionally do that, but I just feel like there's too many cards. There's a whole bunch of shit going on here, and yeah. I mean, if you guys ever do really want to see them, I can just like snap a picture and like put it somewhere. And if not, then you can just listen to me talk about it. But I do feel like some of you guys need to realize, first of all, your intuition is trying to tell you something, and it's important to listen to it. There's been something nagging at you, really. Like, that's so crazy. I just I had saw that crossroads, or like a cross in the like when I was meditating on you guys' energy, and then you guys got this High Priestess card. It was in reverse, but damn, I wish I could. Okay, well, she has a cross on her chest, but this damn light is too bright. Right there, okay, you can see it. She has a cross on her chest. So that does probably mean something for some of you guys. But I feel like you need to listen to your intuition, because there's quite a few things. Okay, you need to listen to your intuition because there's something that's been nagging at you for a while. Something that you feel like you need to do or explore or take a look at or ask. There's some knowledge that you need to know. That's important for you to know, and you've been kind of ignoring it. And for some of you, you could be having dreams about something, and you've been just ignoring your dreams like they don't matter, and they do. Some dreams are just kind of weird, and it's hard to put your finger on what the hell they mean. But these dreams, I think you have an idea about what it's about. And if you don't have an idea about what it's about, you can pray about it or ask, you know, look it up. There's all types of dream interpretations online, or work with a specialist, but it may not be that serious. You guys probably can look it up or just break it down piece by piece intuitively. What do you think that it means? I feel like also there is light and dark energy in the world, and in everybody. And without, how do I say this? It's just the way of this world, because if we came into this world and we everything was all light, you know, there wouldn't be really any point for us to be here, because like everything's already perfect. We don't need to learn anything. We don't need to do anything. Like, you know, there's no point of that. So that there's light and dark energy in this world, and you need to accept that. And then you need to remember that you can choose whatever type of energy you want to work with, okay? And I'm not saying no like deep dark things, but I'm just saying like, you know, everybody has a light and shadow side. It's a part of you, but you have a choice on like how you decide to use that energy. I'm not even gonna say just because you're gonna exhibit this energy all the time, but how you decide to use this energy. Another thing, you have a say-so in what goes into your subconscious mind, because I feel like people think that they don't, and you do. You should be careful about what types of things you're putting into your conscious mind when you're awake, like what you're watching, who you're around, and all of the information that you're putting in, because it kind of gets seeded out, and what you believe. Because it's like that information from the conscious mind goes over to the subconscious mind. And if it's something that you believe, it becomes a subconscious thought. And your subconscious basically is this thing that you can't see. It's kind of like magical. And it's like it works with the universe to play out all those beliefs that it has in there. And if you don't know you have certain beliefs in there and things are happening on your outside, like, I hope I'm explaining this right, but this has something to do with Saturn and Pluto and a lot of energy in Capricorn, which would be your 12th house for those who are an Aquarius rising, or Aquarius, like, you know, first house Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius in your first house, this is important for you. If you don't have Aquarius in your first house and you have your birth chart information, you know, that's why you can like take a look at other readings and like relate to other readings. You can look at another reading as far as what I'm talking about astrologically with the planets, but this still may relate to you in some way, shape, or form. So having all that energy in your 12th house is really affecting you, because now there's so much like going on in your subconscious mind, and is playing out, and now you're needing to know like how this works. If you don't know like about the subconscious mind and everything, I do want to make a video about it. I want to make another channel, make a video about it, but right now it's kind of hard for me to explain. The best way that I can explain it is that you have your conscious mind, the way when you're up and eating and, you know, doing things and moving. Then you have your subconscious mind, which is basically like the mind that is invisible but is very important, and it actually literally works with the universe, God, whatever you believe in, to create your reality. So an example of a subconscious mind type of thing would be when you first learn how to drive. You have to really consciously think about what you're doing, but then once you know how to drive, you literally don't think about that shit ever. Like, driving is just a second mind thing. So that's, you know, your subconscious mind is like your second mind. It's just things go in there and you don't even have to think about how to do them. You don't have to think about tying your shoes, putting on clothes, how to wash your body, just things like that. You don't use your conscious mind to think about that. You use your subconscious mind. It's already in there. You already know how to do it. It just plays itself out, plays itself out, plays itself out. Now there's definitely basically like behaviors, patterns, and all types of things in there that need to get cleared out, because it keeps playing itself out, playing itself out, and playing itself out. And you're wondering why your life isn't changing. It's because you have subconscious blocks or subconscious patterns and behaviors that are limiting you, and you don't even know they're there, but they are. So I suggest that you look up, you know, if you don't know what it means, subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? How does it work? I also suggest that you look up how to work with your subconscious mind. There's many different techniques. There's mirror work. You can look up that. where you talk to yourself in the mirror. There is just writing things down, because you get it out of your mind and onto a paper. There's specialists that work with your subconscious mind, people out there who really actually know how to access people's subconscious mind. There's hypnotherapy. There is guided meditation. There is meditation music or affirmation music. I do that personally, and I would recommend that as well. Like when you go to sleep, if there's something that you need to work on, or something that you need to work on healing, a chakra, a habit, whatever, put on that music when you go to sleep, because that's when your subconscious mind is active, when you're asleep. It's like you're dreaming, but all of the things in your subconscious mind are brewing up and then ready for action the next day when you wake up. But yeah, when you're asleep, because you're not using your conscious mind to sleep, you're just like there, but not all the way there. So that's kind of like your second mind that's turned on then. So it's like, it's a gateway to your mind. That's a good time to get. And in the High Priestess, there's a moon card too. It's like at night when you go to sleep. I mean, you can go to sleep at any time, but you know, generally people go to sleep at night. At night when you go to sleep, that's the time where you can feed your subconscious mind what you want it to know, you know, and then better your life in some way, shape, or form. But you have to be motivated to learn about this information and then take action on it. I also see that some of you guys, you're looking for more stability in your home life and with your family. And you need to remember to have faith that things can turn around. But I also feel like I just started learning about, I know about astrology in, you know, some way, shape, or form, but I just started learning about like where the houses would be if you are a certain sign. So I just like literally came, it was not really an epiphany, but I was thinking, you know, where is Capricorn for Aquarius, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And then I realized it was in your 12th house, and I realized that's a lot of energy, and I realized that you're going through some certain things in certain houses, and now I can actually explain it to you. So I also feel like because you guys have Chiron in your 4th house, this is a big influence over you guys right now too, because Chiron is the planet of healing. And if it's in the 4th house, you're going to be healing things that deal with not only your family and your home, like where you live, and actually the people in your blood family, but where do you come from? What do you come from? So I feel like a lot of you guys, if this hasn't been something that's been on your mind lately, like wondering like, you know, who's my grandparent and what's going on with them, like I feel like you may be interested in now knowing what's your lineage, because you're healing things, you're healing patterns and beliefs and things that have basically, how do I say this? It has prevented people that came before you from getting done what they need to get done. And this is, you know, some heavy energy to work with, but it's not impossible to work with. It's just everybody goes through these types of things. I always say that for like when you're going through a specific planetary transition that's a little bit harder or a little bit more difficult, I would say, than other ones. You know, you're not the only person that has had Chiron in the 4th house, and you're not going to be the only person that will. It's just your time to deal with this. We all come here to learn and grow and share and love, but a part of that process is just like being aware of things. So this is the thing. Some of you guys really need to like pay attention to the patterns that's been going on in your family. So what was going on with my grandmother and my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather, my auntie, my great-great-grandmother, my cousin, like, you know, people who came before me. What was their lives? What were their lives like? Did they accomplish what they wanted to? What kind of mark did they leave in this world? Because there is a big opportunity to work with your ancestors right now, and they are basically there for you to help you heal this fourth house stuff. So if there is someone who may have passed away, you can connect with them. You can, I don't exactly know how, but, you know, maybe pray or just say, you know, like, hey, grandma, I need some help. Can you give me some signs or something like that, you know? So, or whatever ancestor, even if you don't know who it is, like, hey, ancestors out there, if you can hear me, I need your help. Can you give me some signs? Can you give me some help? I understand what's going on now, or I somewhat understand. Can you give me some guidance? Can you help me through this process? Because they are super there and willing to help you out right now. And whatever information that you want to know about your lineage is also available to you too, if you're willing to go after it. Like, so you got to go visit that great aunt or whatever. And it's around this holiday time, so I do think that you guys should ask, if you're around like a family, you know, if you're at a family function or something, ask people in your family, like, how was, you know, this person, or how was that person, or what did they do? Because it's really important. I think it will help you so much in healing this, like, and for healing what you have going on in the fourth house. Because for you guys at this point, knowledge is definitely power, and it will help you so much. I also see that some of you guys may not be getting along. You may not be getting along with people very well right now, and I know that kind of sounds weird, but specifically I feel like this is at work, where you have to, like, you know, actually see and work with other people, a business agreement, or some type of place where you have to socialize with other people. Could be at school, could be at church, could be wherever, you know. But I feel like you guys aren't really seeing eye to eye at this time. And it could be a couple of things, like maybe I feel like maybe they're not really willing to listen to your ideas and thoughts that you have about things, because like I said, you guys have a lot of 12th house stuff going on, and you're starting to realize about the world. And the 12th house deals with the collective consciousness, things that are unseen and unknown, and the subconscious. So it's like you're starting to really see, like, what is wrong in the world, or like what should be changed, or, you know. And it's like Pisces things and Pisces energy. What is wrong in the world? Loving yourself, loving other people, forgiveness, things of that nature. And so I feel like maybe you're approaching people, you're like, this is how we should do the world, this is how we should build, you know, our society. And they're like, what? No, like, that doesn't, they're not really quite there yet, or they might not ever get there, but they're not seeing things the way that you are. So it's good for you to just talk with like-minded people. I think that you should not waste your time and energy on people who are not willing to listen to you, to be honest. So it could be that you're not willing to listen to them, but I really feel like this is you guys, and they're not willing to listen to you. And I also feel like maybe if you guys are having like a hard time with people, and there's so many things, I feel like you guys have so many different ideas on like how to change and better the world right now, and you're excited about it. You're like, oh my gosh, we can do this, we can start this program. And like, I've been there, so like, I know how it is. I get really excited about stuff like that too. But two, it's like some people just aren't willing to listen. So you just need to connect with the people who are willing to listen. Like, find your tribe, find the people who are on the same wavelength as you. And I also feel like it'd be good for you to maybe a little bit get off of social media and just kind of be in the real world. And that's maybe where I saw the forest. Maybe get into nature a little bit and kind of like stop focusing on people and places and things and all the shit that we got going on everywhere, and kind of just collect your thoughts and get it together. Now, I would recommend journaling all of your ideas, because I think you guys have some great ideas right now. I also see that for others of you, it's kind of the opposite. You actually, maybe you've already found your tribe, or I think for the holidays, you're really having a good time with your family and your friends and the people who you care about. And it's a good harvest time. You're eating good food, you're drinking good drinks. I feel like there's a mutual appreciation for the people who are in your life, and for them being in your life, for you being in their life. There's an appreciation, like these are your people and you're really happy to be around them, and you feel good and you feel free. And these are the people who you feel like actually comfortable enough to share your emotions and your thoughts with. And it's very just peaceful, like you just vibe with these people, like it's really good. And like I was saying, for the people who this is not for you, these are the type of people you need to be around, like people who vibe with you, people who not even just agree with you, because everybody's not just gonna agree with you, even if they're your friend, but it's just like people who want to like be peaceful, you know, people who want to like have fun and be free and lighthearted, and just that type of energy, basically. I also see that some of you guys may be having, I wouldn't necessarily say a creative block. Yes, it's a creative block, because it's like you're not using it or expressing it. There's something there blocking you, and maybe that can come up with your, come up with maybe that, what am I trying to say? Maybe that has something to do with your 12th house, but it's like you're not expressing yourself how you want to. You're not expressing your passion. You're not doing things that you're passionate about. You're not expressing your creativity. Now, what is in your 5th house? Uranus. Uranus is in your 5th house. And this is so fitting, because like you guys, basically, I'll just tell you, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and I clarified those cards. I clarified that card with the cards Celebration, Creativity, and Revelation. So this means that since you have Uranus in your 5th house, I don't even know if Uranus is it retrograde or not. It may have, let me see something real quick. Yeah, it is retrograde until January 11th, 2020. So maybe that may be why you are experiencing a little bit of a creative block. But Uranus is your ruling planet, and it's eccentric. It deals with surprises, and it deals with sudden revelations and epiphanies, and just really out of the box types of things. And it's a planet that would make someone not afraid to be themselves. Like, you guys are very blunt. You guys are very, you're not afraid to be yourselves. You're not afraid to be like weird, basically. Because Uranus would be like an abnormal planet. It'd be weird. To me, I like being weird, because to me normal is boring, but you're not afraid to do things in a different way, and you don't really care about what people think. Now, that's generally the energy of Uranus, but because you're going through a lot of other things, maybe you're not in tune with that energy. And I feel like because it's in your 5th house, and the 5th house rules creativity, and it's ruled by Leo, and like, what is it? Romance, not like marriages and stuff, like actually like dating and things like that. Like passion, like who are you passionate about? Like, who do you want to date? Who do you want to be with? Like, if you want to do that at all. But like showing actually your passions for something and your creativity. and self-expression. It rules more things, but that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, so basically you guys need to celebrate all of this uniqueness and creativity. Like, you guys are gonna realize, like, oh my gosh, I've been like sleeping on myself. Like, what the fuck? I have so many different ideas and things like that, and I need to use them. I need to act on this. I like this person. I need to talk to them. Like, you know? But yeah, it's like, I think you guys will have an epiphany this month and realize, like, whoa, I haven't been expressing myself how I want to. And I need to celebrate my uniqueness. I need to celebrate my creativity. And I need to celebrate everything that makes up me. Being me. And all these great ass, bomb ass ideas I have. I also see that, yeah, many of you guys are just having a hard time expressing yourself to other people. And I feel like this is because your outside world is just like all over the place for some of you. And you're like, okay, so I should be all lighthearted and fun and open, and like everything is kind of like all over the place, and I don't really feel like that, but this is what you should do to counteract this outside activity that's going on. Because just because that's going on the outside does not mean that you have to be reacting to the outside like that. You don't have to be sad and down and feeling just all swept up in your emotions, or like you don't have any emotional control of yourself. I feel like a lot of you really at this time need to express yourself as much as you possibly can. Express your feelings, be open-hearted, be lighthearted, you know, love yourself and love other people. This has something to do with Venus being in your sign. Show love to yourself, show love to other people, make people laugh. I have always liked Aquariuses. I don't know why. I feel like we share the same sense of humor. All of the Aquariuses that I know, like, we just laugh about the stupidest, funniest shit. But yeah, you guys are just like, I just know some Aquariuses and stuff, and it's like, we would do stuff like just hypothetically think of stuff or laugh at TV shows or like a comedy show, or like literally make up a song. Like, that shit's funny and it's fun, and it's like, you need to get back into that energy, that creative, free-flowing energy, and laugh with the people that you care about or people who, you know, you vibe with, and show love to yourself and show love to other people, because it's important to express that type of emotion. Because regardless of what's going on the outside, if you can make better of your situation, that eventually will reflect on the outside. I do feel like some of you, like I said in the beginning, need to use your intuition, and you feel like it's either hard to make a decision about something, a person, like two different people, two different jobs, different houses. Like, you need to make a decision between some things, and it's kind of hard for you right now. You don't have to make the decision right now, because you need to use your intuition and really think about, like, what do I really feel about these things before you make the decision. Because I feel like you need to also take some time to relax, because you're trying to just like hurry up and make the decision, and you got too much shit going on. It's like, literally sit your ass down. Like, I don't know what the fuck, take a day off of work. You need to create some balance within your mind to make the decision, you know? If you're making a decision from like an unstable mental space and emotional space, it probably won't be the decision that you really want to make. So use your intuition and literally relax. Get in the most relaxed state that you can possibly get in, and yeah, just relax your mind and get into, like I said, the forest, or get by water, just get in that space and just like breathe and sit down and just relax. You don't have to make the decision there. Just get your body to relax, and then later on, like your mind will be clear. You don't have all those thoughts going on. It's also good for you guys to meditate if you know how or want to or interested in doing that. Yeah, I just feel like you guys aren't really using your like fun and your creativity, and it's like, you know, you really need to get back into having fun in life. You're like doing what you like to do or love to do, or just finding something. If you work a lot and you're doing something else that you don't particularly like or love to do, find some kind of side hobby and make time for it, because I feel like you guys have quite a lot of ideas, but you're not really acting on them or using them, or using your passion, or, you know, just being in that creative energy, because it's very prosperous for you. It's very fruitful for you if you decide to use it, but you do have to make the effort to use it. I feel like some of you guys might have this creative block too, because for some reason you're holding on to like some type of grudge or something, and you need to forgive somebody. You need to forgive yourself, because I kind of feel like you're down on yourself, and it's like you need to know, like, you're trying to do the best that you can, and if you haven't been really doing what you've been wanting to do up until now, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, forgive yourself. Just know, like, shit happens. Like, everybody goes through different kind of cycles in life. Forgive yourself and, like, want better for yourself. Like, talk to yourself. I do it quite a lot, you know, in the mirror. Like, you know what? I'm sorry for not being the best me that I could have been, or being the best us that we could have been, but we're gonna do better. We're gonna do better, okay? But I do feel like it's creating a block, because maybe like you just being so hard on yourself and not even allowing yourself to express yourself. And for some of you, I feel like this is like somebody you were dating or talking to or something like that, and maybe they did something that you really did not care for, and you need to forgive that person. Or they did something like, you know, you didn't trust them anymore, and you're like, fuck that, I'm not even dating anymore, like, just fuck people, like. And so you need to put the fun and excitement back into your life. Flirt with other people and keep it light. Like, you don't even have to have anything serious, because I don't feel like it's a time for like a very super serious relationship for many of you. For some of you maybe, but I just feel like let that go. That just happened between you and that person, and like move forward and flirt and have fun and enjoy and live your best life, because you deserve to. I also see that, yeah, you may have been having like conflicts with people at work, or maybe with your family, some type of other people, and you may be tempted to basically like really you may be tempted to basically like, you know, just cuss the motherfucker out, like, and you may be tempted to be like petty about how you communicate with them because you guys don't agree, or you may be tempted, if they're being petty, you may be tempted to stoop to their level. And I feel like it's just people who don't agree with what you think. Like, maybe they just don't agree with, and this may not even be your family or work or friends. This may be like straight up on social media, and it's like you have a difference of opinion, and people are like, what, blah, 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 and they say something dumb to you, and you're just like, oh, no, I ain't got time for this, because motherfuckers don't know who I am, and like you say something back to them, but it's like you don't have to stoop to their level, because if anybody is ever trying to bring you down, it's because you're up, okay? If anyone's ever like, this is you, this is them. They're doing their petty ass shit, trying to bring you down to their level, and you don't have to do that shit. You can be like, no, I'm up here, okay? I don't do that shit. That's not how we operate around this bitch. I just feel like try to have some patience with them, even though I feel like it's hard for you guys to. And like, just try to keep the peace. Just try to keep the peace. Like, you can still express yourself, but you don't have to tear anybody down in doing that. Like, you can kill them with kindness as well. There's a way that you can get your point across. That's exactly what y'all need to do. You need to kill some people with kindness because they feel like they have an opinion. They do have an opinion, but it may not be valid for you. And it's just like, instead of talking to them all crazy and stuff, or stooping to their level, if they're being petty and immature, you can just be like, you know what? I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's not me and I'm not doing that. Or that's not what I believe and I'm going to continue to do what I believe. And hopefully you can accept that. And if you can't, I accept it. You know, whatever it is for whatever situation, just kill them with kindness. Because I feel like you guys are really starting to see the truth of a lot of matters. You're starting to form a lot of opinions and ideas that are very fruitful for you and other people. You're just starting to see like the truth in your own life. Really, I feel like you just realize what's working, what's not working, what's going on, and it's time for you to be honest with yourself, and it's time for you to be honest with other people. And even if they, like I said, they don't agree with you, you don't have to stoop down to their level or get petty or anything like that. You can still get your point across. And I think it's time for you to realize and focus, find a vision, like something that you want to happen in the future, and focus on it. Like, this is my truth and I'm gonna live in my truth. This is what I imagine my life to be like, or this is what I want to see happen, and like make it happen. Be authentic and like live in your truth. Yeah, because I just feel like there's a lot of conflict within in your 5th house and in your 4th house, but this is your 5th house, I feel like, and you're scattered with all your creativity. It's like you're fighting against yourself because you're not getting done what you want to get done, because it's like a rebirth is trying to happen in your 5th house. Like, the way that you express yourself and the way you express creativity and your passions and everything like that is getting like a whole like revamp. So you're having to clear old things out to bring in new things. But all of that like internal conflict within yourself, should I do this, should I not do this, what are people going to think, that's not constructive or productive for you. Like, you really need to be willing to stick with something. Be willing to cooperate with yourself, and when you get an idea, be willing to express yourself, because it's like you're in, I don't know if it's disalignment or not in alignment with yourself with all these different thoughts and ideas. And it's just like you need to like clear all that out. Just like start from scratch, really. And I think meditation will help, and relaxing. I just keep seeing a lot of green, like getting in nature, and the heart chakra, because I just feel like too, you're not really, because Leo I think rules the heart too as well. So it's like you're not following your heart. You're not being honest with yourself. You're not listening to what your heart's trying to tell you to do. Like that thing that you feel like in your, you know what it is, like that thing you feel in your heart, you're just like, I gotta do this, or like I feel so happy when I do this, like I just kind of, I'm here but I'm not here, like that type of thing. And it's really just time for you to listen to your heart. You can work on some heart chakra meditations. You can just work with the heart energy. You can look it up. Like, how do I work with my heart energy? How do I work with my heart chakra? You can place your hands over your heart and like speak affirmations. Place your hands over your heart and visualize what it is that you want to see happen in the future. You need to connect back with your heart though. I also see that, like I was saying earlier, some of you guys feel emotionally like unstable, or you feel like your outside world is just beating the shit out of you. You're just like, oh my God, how am I supposed to stay emotionally stable when there is so much going on the outside world? And I just feel like you need to transmute this energy. Be in alignment with your mind and your body and your spirit, and you can make anything happen. Even if your outside is going motherfucking crazy. Like, and this means basically like your thoughts. What kind of thoughts are you thinking all the time, every day? You're gonna need to like really start thinking about, what do you think about? This has something to do with your 12th house again, with Saturn and Pluto, and there's going to be also other signs going into there, but mainly the heavy hitters are Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter. So Jupiter is going to ease up things a little bit and probably have you be a little more, what is the word I'm looking for? A little more optimistic about your thoughts and the world and just things that have to do with the 12th house. But your thoughts, your mind, what do I think and what do I believe about things? And then how do I feel? Does that match what I'm thinking? Do I feel, you know, because you need to get that in alignment. And then what kind of actions do I take based off of how do I feel and what I'm thinking? Because those all need to line up. And that could really turn around, like I said, your outside world. Because I feel like you guys feel like, what the fuck is going on? It's the 12th house, so it's like you don't exactly know what's going on, but you know intuitively, like there's just changes happening, and like there's just stuff going on. Like, I'm dealing with 12th house energy so much right now. Like 8th house and 12th house energy is no joke. And I have Uranus in my 12th house right now, and it is just I don't even know what the fuck to say. Like, it's just doing the fucking thing that it does in there. Like, I be having crazy ass dreams and epiphanies and ideas and seeing things I've never seen before and like realizing shit, and it's really awesome, but it's really scary. Well, not really scary, but it's a bit scary. And it's like Uranus is just clearing house in my 12th house right now. It's just like, oh, you have this belief or you have this thought or what's going on in your subconscious mind? This is blocking you, so you need to get rid of this. And I'm just like, oh, what? Hold up, I didn't say touch that, and I'm not ready for that. And maybe that's how you guys feel. You're just like, whoa, shit's, because Uranus is like, that motherfucker will come in and tear some shit down fast, or make some swift ass changes, positive or negative. It doesn't really matter. It does what the fuck it needs to do. And this is you guys' energy. This is your ruling planet. So it'll come in and be like, okay, this is not helpful. We need to get rid of this. And then you're just like, whoa, like, hold up now. You're a fixed sign, just like Taurus, just like Scorpio, just like Leo. And also, since your 5th house, well, your 5th house is ruled by Leo, but anytime where there's things going on with the fixed signs, it's harder to change. It's much harder. So yeah, I just feel like you guys are just like, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what's going on. It's hard to explain to other people, but like, I get you. It's just things it's hard to put your finger on, but eventually you'll be able to put words to what you're trying to explain. And hopefully after you watch this video, it will make a lot more sense to you. I do see that some of you guys, there is a connection that's coming through. This is not for very many of you, but there's a connection that's coming through that would be like your equal. I don't really get into all that twin flame and soulmate type of thing, but this person would be your equal, and they will actually give to you what you give to them. You won't feel like there's lack, you have to give too much or anything like that. They're actually willing to step up to the plate and really reciprocate the feelings and emotions and actions that you give to them. But it's up to you to be able to accept this person into your life. I also feel like this would be you guys as male and female energy, because this is very important. I always say everybody has male and female energy, even if whatever you identify yourself as gender, still everybody has male and female energy. There's the passive side and the more assertive side. The side that lets things in, that's more intuitive and free-flowing, and the side that's more assertive, action-oriented, and not too much concerned about what other people think. So those two things, you need to accept those two sides of you. Remember I was saying that you have a light and dark side. It's not that one side is light and one side is dark, but just realize that you have those two energies within you, and you need to accept both of them. Accept the passive side and accept the aggressive side, or the more action-oriented side, but they need to be working with each other. And I also do feel like this has something to do with your conscious and subconscious mind. The subconscious mind would be the male energy, and the conscious mind would be the male energy, and the subconscious mind would be the female energy. And it's like the conscious mind literally gives to the subconscious mind information, and the subconscious mind is the receiver, like the passive thing. So that would be the female energy. And it's like those two need to be in union with each other in order for you to really create the type of life you want to create. I just feel like you guys really need to look up on that stuff, because like it will make so much sense to you when you're dealing with 12th house stuff. I also see that I just see like, because Venus is coming into your sign, it's kind of also shedding a light on things that you haven't really been doing for yourself. Like if you've been taking care of other people more than you've been taking care of yourself, you know, because Venus is about your self-worth too. And I feel like you guys haven't been really valuing yourself and all of the knowledge and all of the beautiful things about yourself that you have. And it's really just time to show yourself off, like literally, like live your best life, like show people who you are, show them what the fuck you can do, what the fuck you're working with. Like you have to value yourself first though. Realize that you are worthy and you do have a lot of abundance. Some of you guys don't really feel independent at this time either. Like, you know, maybe your finances are kind of like, and you know, you're working on that. And maybe because your finances are not in array, you kind of feel like you are worth less of a person, and you're not worth less. Like money doesn't make a person makes a person. That's just really that. Like, yes, money is nice to have because like of our society and how, you know, energy for energy, but money does not create your worth. You create your worth, and you need to realize that. And abundance, people always think about money for abundance. You can have an abundance of knowledge. Like you guys, I feel like know some things or want to learn some things, and it's time for you to like go back to school, because you literally got like the word education twice. You need to go back to school if you need to go back to school, or learn about whatever the hell it is that you need to learn about, because it's very important for you. You have an abundance of knowledge. You have an abundance of opportunities. You don't need to have the physical money to feel worthy. Feel worthy already. I have the knowledge that I need to create the money that I want to. That's all you need. Yeah, it's like the way that you go about whatever it is that you go about. I just feel like, yeah, like how you are as a person, how you dress, like everything. Like, you know, if you want to like put on something nice, like don't be afraid to show off your body. Don't be afraid to put on something really nice. Like, you know, this is a part of you pampering yourself. This is a part of you honoring you. This is a part of you loving you. Like, you're like, I deserve to, you know, wear this or put this on or go buy this, whatever it is. It's just like you celebrating you. I also see that, yeah, you just really need to believe in yourself. Allow yourself to be completely yourself, because you're the star of your own show. Everybody is the star of their own show, but you're the star of your own show right now, and you need to realize that you are important. And like, it's really a miracle that you're here, literally. Like, you could have I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but you could have got swallowed or put in a sock, or you could have been a lot of other things, but guess what? You're here. And it's like all of the beautiful things that had to come together to make you uniquely you, and you put in your family, and you have all these gifts and talents that you're good at to help you prosper in the world. And it's like all these things make up you, and you're so special, and everybody is special. But I just want you to hear this message, because I feel like some of you guys have probably been down on yourself. There's so many things that had to come together to just make you as a human being. And it's really a miracle process when you think about a fucking sperm and an egg that all of a sudden it's like a baby. Like, what? And then when you think about all of like your eye color, the size of your nose, your lips, and all the DNA that was literally in this like egg, it's all in there. Like, that's crazy and amazing. And just remember, you come from that. So like, don't get down about yourself, because really, like, it's a miracle that you're here and you're special. I feel like just remember that, like, just your perception about like who you are as a person and like what's going on in your outside world, because you have a lot more control over it than you think you do. Yeah, I just feel like there's just so many things that are trying to happen, and it's time for you to surrender to the changes that are trying to happen. And just to remember, like, what you feed your conscious mind will feed your subconscious mind. So and through emotion, like, what do you feel? What do you feel a lot? Like, what kind of emotions do you feel a lot? Because it's like, if you feel better emotions and you work on feeling better emotions, and you work on feeling better every day, it's like on the outside, it eventually will show up. I don't know why I just keep getting the message, like, you have to water the plant for it to grow. You have to water the plant for it to grow. So yeah, for some reason, it's just like, you're the plant and you need to water yourself for it to grow, or whatever it is that you want to create in your life, you need to take care of it and nurture it for it to grow. You have to give it life. I also see that yeah, it's just really time for you guys to put yourself out there, man. Like, show, like, you have so much to contribute to this world. Like, you're becoming like a different type of person, or you have became a different type of person. It's like, but you're not taking action. You're not like going after, focused on, you know, what you need to be focused on, or you're not going after what you need to be going after. And it's really just time for you to like physically actually take action on your dreams and your aspirations, and like what you want to do in life, how you want to see your life go, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or manifest. It's time for you to actually take action. There's no more thinking about it. Now it's time to do, because you have a lot to contribute just from your uniqueness, just from you being you. And it's just time for you to definitely make shit happen. I'm gonna make another video, hopefully before the end of this month, about the year of 2020 and how basically the 2 and the 2 equal up to a 4, and zeros, you know, don't equal up to anything, and that this year is really about building stability, and everybody's having to work on this. And so in some way, shape, or form in our lives, we're really having to make the effort and put in things to get tangible results. And I feel like it's a year of building solid foundations for you to keep building on after the year of 2020. I also see that some of you guys are needing to find a balance in between, it's like ebbs and flows. Like, one day you wake up and you're like, I feel great, like I want to do so many things, and another day you're like, okay, I don't feel so great today. But that's okay. Like, you have to realize, like, there's gonna be days like that. I just feel like you guys need to find a balance in between what you really love to do, what you're passionate about, and then going to fucking sleep, or like resting, or like taking a break. Because I do feel like you'll have this like super surge of energy, and then you're gonna want to do a whole bunch of things, and then you're just like do, and then like you need to rest, you need to nurture. That's a part of nurturing yourself too, taking care of yourself. You need to refill like your cup, you need to refill. Like, you can't just keep on driving a car. Eventually it's going to go on empty. Even if it's an electric car, eventually you have to charge it up again. Like, nothing you can continuously keep on doing without like recharging it and rebuilding it. And you're the same way. You need to find a balance between all of the things that you want to do and accomplish, and then literally like, okay, well, now I feel like my body's tired, or I'm getting symptoms and signs, and now I need to take a break. Yeah, so I have this other deck of cards, is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck, and I want to just pull another card for you guys, so just to wrap up the reading, because that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Just give me one moment here. I don't know why I like to do so many shuffles before I pick a card, but that's just how I am. So, spirit guides and angels, what information or guidance do you have for the sign of Aquarius? Oh, here we go. Okay, for the month of December 2019. You guys came out right away. So, okay. So you guys got the crown chakra. So that's all this purple that I've been dealing with in my hair. But the crown chakra deals with like your connection with God, like your connection with the universe. But I'll elaborate more on what the crown chakra is, because that's what the purple chakra is. And you got gratitude and balance. And I was just saying that you guys need to find, didn't I just say that? I was just saying that right before I pulled the cards, that you guys need to find a balance. So let me just take a look in this book so I can explain a little bit better. Ooh, wow, okay. The crown chakra deals with seeing the unseen. So it's like the spirit, like, you know, things that just working with the spirit, working with your ancestors or whatever. That's what I was talking about, that 12th house. Guidance, intuition, secrets, integrity, knowledge, spirituality, inner child, mystery, and dignity. Yeah, it's like your sixth sense. It's all about intuition. All of these things I was talking about. Like, this is some real 12th house stuff. And it's the 6th chakra, by the way. So, balance says, this card may indicate a reluctance to change. You may be hesitating because of the past, but that doesn't mean you should be hasty. Weigh all sides before moving forward. This can mean the start of a relationship. Proceed slowly. Yeah, maybe that was like when you guys were having to make a decision between people or something, and I was just like, you don't have to make a decision right now. Like, you can get yourself in a better mental space and then make a decision. And it doesn't have to be just specifically that. It could be about anything. It's just, you know, finding some balance within your mental and emotional space. Okay, so I'm just trying to find a page. I'm gonna try to hold this up so you guys can see the card. It's like these 3 people and then that guy. It says emanciated, that's definitely 2 different words. Emanciated Periwinkle. I must create before the opportunity disappears. Periwinkle is a small town theater actor with big time talent. Periwinkle is a small town theater actor with big time talent. An agent arrives in town and is quite impressed with young Periwinkle. She offers him a contract, and he drops everything that once mattered to him to be available for fame. Feeling sure that this is his big break coming, he alienates his loved ones. He signs a contract with the agency, but there are no jobs. He is told he must wait for the right one. He learns that waiting for a dream is not as powerful as living a loving reality. It says, running towards something may chase it away. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. It also says, I take me with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? This card deals with chasing illusions, health matters, compulsive behavior, dietary imbalance, being result-oriented, self-neglect, honoring values, assistance, courtesy, and support. You know what? I didn't even really see that in the reading or touch on that, but yeah, maybe some of you guys could be having some health issues at some time, because like whenever you have things that are going on the outside that are on the inside that are imbalanced, it will likely show up, you know, as a symptom in your body, because that's how physical symptoms show up. People just think that they happen from the outside, and sometimes they do happen from the outside, but many times they happen from something being out of alignment in the inside. I also feel like some of you guys may be drinking a little bit too much right now, and so you need to create some balance within your diet. And I don't necessarily believe in healthy and unhealthy foods. I just believe in creating balance. So if you're gonna eat greasy food, then eat some non-greasy food. If you're gonna drink some soda, drink some water. You know, just create balance within your diet. So yeah, it's just really about finding balance, being in alignment with who you are, because I was talking about that too. And not just like making like hasty ass decisions, because you never know. Like this is like there's eclipses coming up, and there's just things that are just going on, and it's like, you know, if you would be best to not make any huge decisions right now. Just kind of do everything step by step. That'll get you where you want to go better. Okay, so what does the card gratitude say? It says, you are capable of more than mere mortal conversation. This is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise the consciousness of others. You are stepping into self-mastery. The gifts you see in others already live within you. So that's what I feel like you guys have been happening. Like you've been thinking of like some good things, like really enlightened conversations, and like it says, you're capable of this is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise the consciousness of others. But maybe some of these people do not want to listen, and so that you need to just speak to the people who will listen or that do relate to you, because you have some really good thoughts about conscious, because you're dealing with the collective consciousness with the 12th house right now. So that makes a lot of sense. So this card says, it says, let me put it a little closer. Lucy from Indigo. I'm so glad you're in my life. Lucy's best friend writes a letter to Lucy's unborn child. She does this so that one day the child will understand how extraordinary her mother is. Lucy is a friend from Indigo. Someone who always supports, never judges, always sees the good side, whatever the circumstance, and uplifts all those around her. In the letter, her gratitude for Lucy shines through. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in any situation, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There is no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Who is the person that I admire the most, and why? How can I live at that level? This card deals with friendship, deep love, pregnancy, nurturing, unconditional love towards self or others, appreciation, recognition, and esteem. So if I was to, think about anything for this card, it would be about Venus coming into your sign. So like I was saying, loving yourself and loving other people, and being grateful. Remember I was saying being grateful for who you are, and being grateful for all of the things that, just being grateful for you, and other people being grateful for you, and recognizing that in you. And your self-esteem, like if you recognize it in yourself, other people will recognize it in you as well, and they can recognize it in you without you recognize it in yourself. But it's like the energy is more potent once you see it in yourself. Other people will see it in you. They'll appreciate you because you appreciate yourself, and it's like you create that healthy balance, because like then people can overuse you or something because you're not realizing your value and like boundaries that you need to create with people. So I think boundaries is important as well. Like I said, maybe you guys are taking a little bit too much care of other people, and you need to pull back and realize, like, hey, you know, I had to take care of myself, and let them know that. And you can let them know that in a kind way, in a loving way. Because like I said, if you love yourself, you can love other people. You can't give from a cup that's empty. And for maybe some of you guys, you may be pregnant at this time. And I didn't really see that too much in the reading, but it's a possibility that some of you guys could be pregnant and you're trying to nurture a child, when it's like you do have to be taking care of yourself. Like, taking care of yourself 100% improves the life of that baby. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and thank you for watching it. Thank you for staying this long, if you're this long into the video. Yeah, if you want to get a personal reading, check out the description box. My email's in there. There's also other information in the description box. I have a donation link in there if you guys want to donate any little thing to the channel, $1, whatever. I don't really care. Anything helps with me getting new material for this channel and getting the readings out quicker and easier. And if you want to connect with me on social media, that's also down there. What else do I feel like I want to say? Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So I really hope like you guys enjoyed the reading. Until next time, I'm sending so much love and light to you guys, and have a blessed day. Bye.